Mayor Bill de Blasio and President Trump battling it out on Twitter after two new NYPD water incidents are caught on tape. The latest incident, shared by the Sergeants Benevolent Association, happened Wednesday in the Bronx. Several people, apparently already wet with buckets and water guns in hand, approached two female officers and throw water on them. The other latest attack happened at an unknown location. In this one, teens are seen spraying water guns in the faces of cops, as well as pouring water on them from buckets. Mayor de Blasio, Police Commissioner O'Neill, and other politicians have denounced the acts, calling them disrespectful and criminal mischief. Thursday, President Trump chiming in, tweeting, "What took place was completely unacceptable and will not be tolerated. Bill de Blasio should act immediately." Mayor de Blasio responding, "Real Donald Trump knows nothing about his hometown. He never lived a real New York City life. He should get off Twitter and stick to what he's good at, watching TV when he claims to be working." Meanwhile, police are still looking for a third suspect in water dousing incidents that happened over the weekend in Harlem and Brooklyn. In one case, police say an officer was hit in the head with a bucket and suffered swelling. Joining us now via Skype is Jerome Bolden, the Tenant Association president at the Marcus Garvey houses where one of these incidents took place. Jerome, welcome to Chasing News. How are you?
Thank you. I'm fine. And yourself? Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much, buddy. So set the scene for us. You live in the area where this happened. You weren't there at the time outside, exchanging water. But what exactly happened from your viewpoint?
It was one of those. It was the weekend when it was the heat wave that lasted the past weekend. It was like 98 degrees, I believe. So usually people would turn on the fire hydrants and have little water fights with little buckets of water and little water guns and things like that.
Gotcha. Take me to the police officers. How is it that we see police officers walking down the street and they get, what some are calling attacked?
From my understanding, they was called to a beauty salon right across the street from where the incident happened. So the police came up for that, and they went to, I guess, to speak to the kids over there. And, I guess they was joking and laughing, and the officers was like, wet me, wet us. We don't care, wet us.
So you're saying, Jerome, the officers, according to what you've heard, were saying, wet me, wet me. It's also been reported of that. Also, so Courtney Thompson, 28 years old, he was one of the suspects charged in this obstruction of government administration, criminal nuisance, criminal tampering, disorderly conduct, and harassment. Do you think these charges, Jerome, are a bit excessive? Was there any malicious intent involved with all of this?
No, it was no malicious intent. Like, compared to the incident in Harlem with the bucket being thrown and things like that, it's a totally different incident. There wasn't no type of chemicals like they saying it could have been in the water, but it just was regular water. It just went a tad bit too far.
I got you. All right, Jerome, I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for your insight, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Well, we definitely want to bring in our A-plus panel to weigh in on this. Joining us, Ronica Cleary, communication strategist, and Bill Caruso, Democratic strategist. How are you?
Doing well.
Doing well. So, starting with you, Bill, do you agree that this may have been just fun that went too far?
I saw the video on Tuesday night, and that didn't look fun. And I think this could be. And there were some allegations that the police were actually encouraging some of this. And certainly some of the video I saw is really, really scary. Police officers involved in an arrest, having buckets thrown on them, water thrown on them. That's not what civilized society looks like. And this is where something horrible can happen if it isn't dealt with in a proper way.
Ronica, we definitely want to bring up the fact that in all of the instances that we've seen, at least in terms of the video, the officers are seen walking away. They're calm. It hasn't been reported that they tried to make any arrests.
I feel a little bit torn if that's the right way to handle it. In one way, they're certainly not escalating the situation, but in the same regard, if people see those videos that no one is getting arrested, that nothing is happening to stop the behavior, perhaps that's why we now have 3 videos to reference.
Thanks, you all. We'll definitely leave right there.